5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All systems go with Josh Appelbaum starts now.
Hello and welcome to episode 541 of the All Systems Go Sports Betting Podcast, powered by Rhythm. I am your host, Josh Appelbaum. What's going on, everyone? Happy Thirsty Thursday. Another day here in the arena, guys, as it continues to be a massive heat wave throughout New England. Yeah, I don't know where you are coming from. Hopefully it's somewhere with air conditioning, or maybe you're listening on the old headphones by the beach or by the pool or something. But hope you're staying cool out there because, you know what? I'm on the outskirts of Boston, actually a little bit closer to New Hampshire. Little Metro West here, little Middlesex County, if you know what I'm talking about. And it is, I'm looking at about 99 degrees on the old thermometer there. So it is a hot one. And we're actually in the middle of a 3-day heat wave. It was hot yesterday, it's hot today, it's hot tomorrow. And I don't think it's going to break until later on 4th of July. So stay cool out there, stay hydrated, and hopefully we can stay hot with our MLB bets. Because I do have a 3-pack of plays for you today, guys. All 3 money line favorites here. We got a modest, small, kind of a medium, and then also a larger best bet pick on a baseball favorite tonight. The key today are odds boosts, because I'm looking at 2 books in particular. I popped open FanDuel this morning, and they had this little thing where you see a face card. It's called the wild card. You click it, and you pick like a left-right corner, and it popped up for me 2 odds boosts for 2 different games at 30% each. So I was able to use those. And then I also opened Bally Bet. You got to look for these every day because they're not just going to jump out to you. You got to do a little bit of legwork. Sometimes it's right there on the homepage, but other times you got to investigate a bit or opt in or make sure you click them. But I did see Bally Bet giving me another big odds boost. I think it was a 50% odds boost for an early game here. So it happened to be a game that I found some sharp money on. So looking at hopefully getting some winners with some better numbers, taking advantage of the FanDuel and the Bally Bet's odds boost for today. So a 3-pack overall. You know the drill, trying to squeeze out a 2-1 winning day. Now, looking back to our last night, guys, that's exactly what we did. 2-1 plus 0.39 units. Had a great hit there with the Atlanta Braves. Remember, they've struggled quite a bit. But were able to hang on 5-1 against the St. Louis Cardinals. Shout out to Ozzie Albies, who had a big game for us last night. And then also, we went down the Brewers slide because the Brewers won 4-2 over the Reds. Big hit there by Garrett Mitchell, a triple to take the lead. That game was tied 2-2 late in the 7th or 8th. So good to see a Brewers winner there. Only loser was the Astros. And I don't know, maybe you guys should just tell me don't bet the Astros. I feel like every time I bet the Astros and they're sharp, they always lose. They lost 8-3 against Minnesota. But again, the whole point of a 3-pack is you're trying to go 2-1, eke out a winning night. So that's what we did. 2-1 plus 0.39 units. So we're going to see if we can turn it into a 3-day winning streak after a good bounce back 3-0 on Tuesday. Now, before we get to our plays for today, guys, I just got to mention the Jaylen Brown trade, because you may or may not know, I'm a Boston sports fan, diehard, born and raised. I remember my dad always telling the story of we were in, I think it was Nantucket, on vacation when Larry Bird announced his retirement. My dad always tells the story of me sitting on his lap when Larry Bird announced his retirement, and what a sad day it was. Of course, I remember the KG, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen Celtics, and then we had the Tatum and Brown Celtics. And what do we see yesterday? Well, the Tatum Brown Celtics are no more. Jaylen Brown shockingly traded to the Philadelphia 76ers. And again, if you're around Boston, I actually can't wait to listen to Felger and Maz today. It's the number one talk show, Boston sports talk show. Some people hate it. I love it. But I'm sure people are going to be fired up about this one with a lot of theories. But Jaylen Brown gets traded to the 76ers in division. And all they get is a super expensive old Paul George and 2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks. So I think the return is terrible, but I think that tells you that maybe Jaylen Brown isn't as good as the analytics say. There's a big analytics debate. Guy's a winner. He averaged almost 30 points a game last year. NBA Finals MVP. But the analytics say he's not very efficient. It's one of those things where the player, the eye test says he's a great player, but the analytics say he isn't. And the basketball community told you, and I think Brad Stevens is a pretty smart guy, so if all he could get, the best offer he could get, was a broken down old Paul George, 36 years old, again, Jaylen Brown, Finals MVP, and a couple draft picks, tells you that Jaylen Brown probably wasn't as good as people think, especially around here, think that he is. So now he's on the 76ers. And also the other part of this is ownership. Celtics have a new ownership group with private equity, and Bill Chisholm tried to save some money, and you didn't really save a ton because Jaylen Brown and Paul George are making a relatively similar amount. I think they're only saving a few million, but Paul George's contract is 1 year shorter, and they didn't want to pay Jaylen Brown the extension. So there's a money dump here as well. But I don't know what, guys. I had Mookie Betts get traded away, Rafael Devers last year, Jaylen Brown. What the hell's going on in Boston? But I did look at the, again, if there's any green teamers out there, you might like this. I'm looking at DraftKings in front of me right now for NBA win totals for next season. The Philadelphia 76ers are 48.5 over -125, so liability over to win 49 games. But the Celtics, even though they dealt away Jaylen Brown, they did sign Mitchell Robinson and an old Mike Conley to back up at point guard. But the Celtics are now sitting at 51.5 over -115. So, again, is this a situation where maybe the analytics say they're better? And, again, it's crazy because Jaylen Brown's such a good player, but the analytics say that, the Celtics are better without him? I don't know. I don't think so, but the betting market says Celtics, if you expect them to, miss the playoffs or go into the lottery or tank, that ain't happening. Their win total is 51.5 over -115. Their win total is actually higher than the 76ers, 48.5 over -125, even though the Sixers now have Jaylen Brown, Tyrese Maxey, Embiid, and VJ Edgecombe. So again, maybe the analytics might be onto something. I don't know, but just a crazy trade in the city of Boston. And again, everywhere I'm at, my friends, everybody, they are so mad about this trade. This is a terrible trade. But again, betting market says Celtics might still be better than the Sixers for next year. Again, ways away from NBA. We'll probably have some win totals this year, but again, we'll let the dust settle. But that's the big news, obviously, where I'm at in Boston. Say bye to Jaylen Brown. Again, let's get back to MLB, guys, of course, though, because we got 3 plays overall. Got an early game here that I want to talk about. So as always, let's set the stage, talk splits, line move, system matches, see if we can go 2-1 and eke out a winning day. So first bet on the board for me, 3:10 p.m. Eastern Time, first pitch. Let's go to a place where I've never been and I'd love to visit, Colorado, the Rocky Mountain State, where the Colorado Rockies are hosting the Miami Marlins. Now, going into this matchup, the Marlins are 46-41. I couldn't believe it, but I saw a stat that they're like 20-6 in their last 26 games. I don't know if you, probably a lot of you listening are big baseball people. Maybe you were aware of this, but I didn't realize how good the Marlins have been recently. But anyway, they've taken the first 2 games, for 2 of the first 3 games in this 4-game series. Miami won the opener 10-7 as a -155 road favorite. They won again the second game 14-3 as a -140 road favorite. We did see the Rockies, who are 34-55, and I actually have the Rockies over 55.5 win total. So we're now 22 games away. They clawed back with a 6-3 win yesterday, came through as a +120 home dog. So pitching matchup here for today, we have the Marlins going with the righty Ryan Gusto. He's 0-2 with a 5.06 ERA. He'll be opposed by the Rockies' righty Michael Lorenzen. He's 3-9 with a 6.83 ERA. And what have we seen across the market? This game opened Miami, listed as a very short -125 road favorite. Colorado around a +105 home dog. And Sharps have gotten down hard on the fish to get another win here, to take 3 out of 4, to post a win in the Rockies, because we have seen this line move very consistently toward Miami. Miami's gone from -125 now up to -135, and I'm seeing a lot of shops now get up to -140. So it's been one-way movement in favor of the Marlins. If we go to the bet splits, they look pretty good on Miami. At DraftKings, 74% of my moneyline bets, 82% of moneyline dollars on the fish. Then we go to Circa out in Vegas, 81% of moneyline bets, 88% of moneyline dollars. So we got low bets, higher dollars of both DK and Circa combined with that line move toward Miami. The Marlins, meanwhile, in this spot, they do very well, knock on wood, against bad teams. When the Marlins play a team with a losing record, so below 500 record, they're 18-9, 67% win rate, 15% ROI. That's the second best mark in MLB against below 500 teams. Gusto, meanwhile, again, his numbers aren't great overall in the year. 0-2, 5.06 ERA, but we'll take baby steps here. He has pitched well his last 2 games. He has made his last 2 starts, both of them were wins. Only gave up 1 earned run in 7.2 innings pitched. That's a 1.25 ERA. Meanwhile, Lorenzen, I want to fade Lorenzen, especially at home. Again, it's never easy to pitch at Coors because of the elevation, but Lorenzen at home, 1-4, ERA of 8.20. Marlins, meanwhile, would have that non-division favorite value, lack of familiarity, historically benefiting, quote-unquote, the better team. Marlins also, knock on wood, have had the Rockies' number this year. They're 5-1 against Colorado. And day games. Miami's done pretty well in day games. They're 23-15. Colorado has struggled in day games. They're 9-18. So we've seen this line move toward the Marlins. We've seen sharp money, good bet split system matches. Hopefully the better pitcher on the bump. Hopefully the Marlins continue to dominate Colorado here. I also popped open Rhythm and noticed 2 Rhythm recommendations, both lighting up on Miami. So I'm going fish here, guys. I was able to get Miami minus 134 at Bally Bet, but this was one of the boosts that was offered to me today. So Bally Bet actually boosted Miami from minus 134 to plus 113. So again, if you can take advantage and having multiple outs, it's not just about shopping for the best number. It's also, being able to shop for the best odds boost. You always want to keep an eye out for these and go bet the book giving you the best number, just overall, but also with a boost. So we'll call it minus 134 for the pod. Again, shop around a lot of books closer to minus 140. But if you have access to Bally Bet, I'm in Massachusetts, so I have it. You can get plus 113 boosted. Let's go fish. Next one for you. A couple games here for tonight. Let's look at a 7:40 p.m. Eastern Time first pitch between the Tampa Bay Rays and the Kansas City Royals. Now, the Rays come in 50-33. They've taken the first 2 games of this 3-game set. They won the opener 10-4 as a minus 120 road favorite. They won again yesterday 4-0 as a minus 155 road favorite. And by the way, anyone playing Junior Caminero anytime or any game home run, I think he's got 6 in a row at this point. But pitching matchup here for tonight, we have the Rays going with the lefty Ian Seymour. He's 4-1 with a 4.32 ERA this year. Royals, meanwhile, who are 35-52, they're going to go with the righty Steven Kolek. He is 4-2 with a 4.15 ERA. Now, what have we seen across the market? Well, this game opened Tampa as a pretty short minus 115 road favorite. Kansas City a minus 105 home dog. And Sharps, they're seeing the value here in a low number on a good team who's red hot. I think Tampa's won like 6 or 7 in a row. They've hit Tampa because we've seen this line move in favor of the Rays minus 115 up to minus 125. So about a 10-cent steam move in favor of Tampa Bay. You look over at Circa, over 90% of moneyline bets in dollars are coming in favor of Tampa Bay. So it tells us we have some heavy one-way support in favor of the Rays from the Sharps in the desert. Tampa Bay also, good system match tied to them individually. They are 28-15, 65%, 13% ROI against teams with a losing record. So I told you a second ago how good Miami is against losing teams. They're second best in baseball. Tampa Bay is number 1. When Tampa Bay, again, plays a team below 500, so playing Kansas City, they're below 500, they're 65% with a 13% ROI. So hopefully they can continue to take care of business playing bad teams. The Rays, meanwhile, have the better bats. They're hitting 261 as a team, 339 on base percentage, 380 runs scored. Royals are hitting 243, 314 on base, 361 runs scored. Tampa has the better bullpen. Overall, Tampa has an ERA of 4.35 versus 5.40 for Kansas City, and Kansas City actually has the worst, dead last, worst bullpen in baseball. Seymour, by the way, he's pitched pretty well recently in his last 4 starts, which 3 of them were wins. He posted a 2.84 ERA. He only gave up 6 earned runs in 19 innings pitched. We got a night game here, and the Royals are only 22-32 in night games. The Rays are 30-18 in night games. They've played well at night. So we have the line move, the splits, the system matches, and then also I saw 2 rhythm recommendations lighting up on the Rays, one of which was a Green Star Smart Signal Lightning Bolt recommendation. So the AI model from Rhythm really likes the Rays in this spot, and so do I. So I was able to find Rays minus 124 at FanDuel, and this was another odds boost. I used a 30% odds boost. I got the Rays minus 124 boosted to plus 105. So we'll see if the Rays can come through for the team. But let's see if Tampa can get a winner for us. Knock on wood. But let's go Rays. Again, minus 124 FanDuel. Most books are on minus 125. Again, you can get it boosted plus 105. Now, last bet of the night. Going to stay up late. It's a bigger number, but the odds boost makes it much better. Let's talk about a 10:10 p.m. Eastern Time first pitch between the San Diego Padres, who are visiting the Los Angeles Dodgers. Now, the Pods come in 43-42. Just got swept by the Cubs. They lost 23-3 yesterday. That reminded me of a baseball game, or a football game, I should say. 23-3. And they lost that game as a plus 105 road dog. Dansby Swanson's been on an absolute tear. Look at his numbers. Crazy. Anyway, Dodgers 56-31. Just took 2 of 3 against the A's. Couldn't get the sweep, though. They lost yesterday's series finale 7-1 as a minus 165 road favorite. So, pitching matchup here for tonight. The Padres are going with the righty Randy Vasquez. He's 6-6 with a 4.44 ERA. Dodgers, meanwhile, going with the righty Roki Sasaki. He is 3-5 with a 4.88 ERA. Now, what do we see across the market? Well, this game opened with the Dodgers listed around a minus 185, minus 190 home favorite. San Diego around a plus 170 road dog. And wise guys, they're not scared off by the big number. They're laying it here with the Dodgers. We've seen the Dodgers move up minus 185, minus 190, now up to minus 195, even minus 200 at some shops. Now you look at Circa, 71% moneyline bets, 76% moneyline dollars coming in on the Dodgers. So a good low bets, higher dollar split on LA from the Sharps in Vegas. Now, I played Dodgers on the money line. You can get them around minus 195 at FanDuel. I used another 30% boost. I got them down to minus 152. But just want to mention, if you are feeling a little bit bold, I have seen some smart money go run line with the Dodgers. So minus 1.5 at plus 105. Again, you got to win by 2 or more. But over at DK, 77% spread bets, 93% spread dollars. And over at Circa, 83% spread bets, 98% spread dollars. Go to our system matches here for the Dodgers. Home favorites coming off a loss who made the playoffs the previous year, and they are priced minus 175 or higher in the opening game of a new series. Those teams, which would match with the Dodgers tonight, are 18-5, I should say, 78% win rate, 16% ROI this year. If you are a favorite priced minus 190 or higher, and you're facing an opponent who made the playoffs the previous year, so the thought there is, hey, you're facing a good team and you're really expensive, maybe you should just take that really good team plus money. Well, no. Those favorites priced minus 190 or higher facing an opponent who made the playoffs the previous year, which would match with the Dodgers, because Padres made the playoffs last year. Those teams are 68-26, 72%, 6% win rate since 2025. LA has the better offense. We're going to, fingers crossed they can get to Vasquez. They are hitting on the year 265. They've scored 462 runs. San Diego's only hitting 224, scored 333 runs. Sasaki has not been great on the road, 6.25 ERA, pretty bad. But if you look at him at home, 3.50 ERA, and he's at home tonight. Meanwhile, Vasquez, San Diego was only 1-6 in his last 7 starts, and he's posted a 7.84 ERA in 5 June starts, gave up 18 earned runs in 20.2 innings pitched. So I want to fade Vasquez, and again, fingers crossed Sasaki, who has pitched pretty well at home, maybe can pitch well again here tonight. Dodgers, meanwhile, 26-14 at home. That's a 65% win rate. That is the 3rd best home record in Major League Baseball. So I know it's kind of a big number. Again, you got to try to get this below minus 200. Dodgers, you can find them minus 195 at FanDuel. But again, try to take advantage of these odds boosts, because I use the boost here from FanDuel to take the Dodgers minus 195 down to minus 152. So 3 plays here for tonight, guys. Hopefully you can get some of these boosts and pad the payout. But regardless, let's try to get 2 out of 3. Marlins, Rays, Dodgers. So that about does it for episode 541 of the All Systems Go Sports Betting Podcast, powered by Rhythm. This is the part of the pod, of course, where we wrap things up. And I always start first by saying thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for grinding in the arena with me every single day through the ups and the downs, the good and the bad, the hot streaks, the cold streaks. Means the world to me that we've created this data-driven community of bettors. So please, if you enjoy this pod and you value the insights, could you do me a solid? Could you do me a favor? Just give this podcast a 5-star review on Spotify or iTunes. If you'd like to rate and review, leave a comment, click the follow button, recommend the pod to a friend, retweet or like the pod when I post it on Twitter each afternoon. Any or all of those things would be very much appreciated. Next, if you enjoy this style of sports betting breakdown, data-driven, sharp contrarian betting, focusing on not what our gut, our bias, and what our favoritism is telling us to do, but having an open mind and trying to make sharp bets based on what the market is telling us. If this style of betting has appealed to you, it's helped you to leave your bias at the door and make sharp plays based on the numbers, and maybe you want to learn more about data-driven betting, or maybe you have someone in your life who wants to get into betting, doesn't know how to start, or bets a lot and just, throws darts based on emotion. What you should do? You should go to Amazon.com and type in the Everything Guide to Sports Betting, or type in the NFL Sharp Betting Playbook. And you can grab a copy for you or that person in your life who should be introduced to the data-driven approach, and you can bring those books to the sports book. I'll sign them for you. I'll buy you a beer or a ginger ale. We'll get a hot dog and we'll get some nachos and set some MLB together tonight. Next, have you downloaded Rhythm and Juice Reel yet? My two favorite sports betting apps. They help me win. I'm confident they're going to help you win. Rhythm is great for their AI-backed models and predictions for game bets and player props. You got MLB, regular game bets or player props. You got WNBA right now. You got World Cup in the app. And also Rhythm, shout out to the team for creating a new desktop version. So if you want to put Rhythm on your your computer, desktop, tablet, that's now available to you. And then also Juice Reel. So many great features of Juice Reel. You can sync up your sports books, get a running report card of your action. You can also get the Robo Jackson Best Bet Picks, the Sharp Mush Indicators, the Arbitrage Plays, the Shop for the Best Line Futures. And if you enjoy the pod, and again, this pod is free. If you want to tip your podcast host, if you want to support the team, I would love for you to sign up for a week or more of the All Systems Go Best Bet Picks, which you can get only and exclusively on the Juice Reel app. So you download Juice Reel, you click buy, sell, bottom right corner, little search box, type in ASG _podcast, or just type in ASG, and then you can get a week of plays for $9.99 a week, or a month of plays for $24.99 a week. That would be a great way to support the pod. And again, if you go out to dinner, the bartender takes care of you, you give them a little tip. Hey, this pod is free. If I've ever helped you cash a ticket, scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Sign up for a week or more of the Best Bet Picks on Juice Reel. And for those of you who already have signed up for the Juice Reel Best Bets, seriously, thank you. I really, really appreciate it. Next, do you have a live odds page? Well, if you don't have one, you really do need one. You got to be able to track the market in real time. Without a live odds page, you're really flying blind. You got to know all the games available to bet that day. I need start times, live in-game wagering odds, live scoring, but most of all the work, the hard work you're putting in before the game starts throughout the day, deciding who you're going to bet on. The live odds page helps you do that, and the best around is Odds Logic. So you got the opening number, which never changes, and you look to the right, all the current numbers. You can see which direction the line has moved, pull up the line history. Again, shop for the best price. And the other cool thing about Odds Logic is it gives you all the different books, not just DraftKings FanDuel, but Primary Market, which is Pinnacle or Circa or Bet Online, or Chris or any of these big ones that when they start to move, those are the market setters. You know that, hey, not far off BetMGM and Caesars are going to move, so I better hit this now if the screen is lighting up in red in front of me as those odds are changing. So if you ever want to give Odds Logic a shot, I highly recommend it. I think if you try it out, you're going to love it because I use it every day. And if you ever want to give it a shot, make sure you use this special link, oddslogic.com/Josh123. That's going to give you a 7-day free trial and 50% off your first month of service. So that about does it for episode 541 of the ASG pod on a brutally hot Thursday. Hopefully hot outside, and let's see if we can stay hot there with our bets. But as always, guys, two final thoughts. One, whether I see you at the Borgata in Atlantic City, Twin River in Rhode Island, the Brook in New Hampshire, Foxwoods or Mohegan Sun down in Connecticut, at the Encore in Boston, Plainridge Park Casino, MGM Springfield, or the Nash, in my neck of the woods on the border of Massachusetts and New Hampshire, or out in the desert where the true grinders get down, where Billy Walters sends his number runners, where the lowest juice possible is found at the South Point, or jumping in the stadium swim pool, which sounds pretty nice when it's super hot out, over at Circa. Wherever it may be, you're going to walk up to me, show me a nice Braves ticket, a nice Brewers ticket, and guess what? First one's on me, next one's on you. We'll post about the book, Sweat More MLB tonight, and hopefully stay cool in the AC. But as always, guys, coming off a 2-1 or 1-2, a 3-0 or an 0-3, a winning night, a losing night, a hot streak, a cold streak, Whether things are going our way or things are going totally against us, we can never get too high on our high horse when things are going well, and we can't get too down in the dumps when things aren't going our way. We just got to stay the course and grind long term, looking for those system matches, games that are against the public, with the house, with the pros, flat bet, avoid parlays and get that CLV. If we can do that, we're going to be successful sports bettors. So hope everyone has a great Thursday night. We'll be right back at it tomorrow for a big Fade the Public Friday edition. Last pod here before the 4th of July. That'll be episode 542 of the All Systems Go Sports Betting Podcast, powered by Rhythm. Good luck, everybody. Stay cool, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good luck.